What's up, good movie lovers? Welcome to a movie review for The Social Network. Before we get started, I do want to mention this review is going to be spoiler-filled, and because of that, we're going to actually start with our overall rating so you know what we think and what we recommend, and then we'll get into our review. So, Jonas, what would you rate Social Network?
Definitely regular price, go see it. I'm shocked there's actually a movie out there you don't care to see in IMAX or 3D, but I think you said in your preview review we could have had keyboards in your face, typing right in front of you.
Right.
And this is actually a story-driven movie, and it's a wonderful one. And go support it. Go play full price in the theaters, definitely.
Yeah. I think in the preview review I said matinee because it's like, it's a docudrama or whatever, but it's kind of what we're fighting for with good movies, right? It's well made, so...
I was going to comment on that. I kind of take issue with the matinee rating just because, I mean, this is what we always push for in movies, and if we don't monetarily reward them, they're not going to keep making them.
The dollar is the reward. I'll change it.
And I'll say this, I didn't see it because it was the Facebook movie.
Yeah.
I saw it because it's directed by David Fincher, who is one of my top 5 favorite directors working today. It's written by Aaron Sorkin, who's a great writer, and then the reviews. It's gotten great reviews, so I went to go see it.
So with that said, let's just get into it. What do you think?
The movie worked for me because it really functioned as a character study of Zuckerberg, of Jesse Eisenberg's character.
Right.
And I will say this, just parenthetical, I've always kind of joked about how, I think we both have, that Jesse Eisenberg, the actor, and Michael Cera are almost interchangeable.
Yeah.
And this blows that out of the water. His performance this one is Oscar nominatable. He's phenomenal in this.
Yeah.
He creates a character that is so bitter and so self-centered and self-obsessed, but also fragile in a certain way and completely contemptuous of everybody. He's a thoroughly unlikable character.
Yeah.
He's fascinating to watch in every scene, and I just think Sarah could never pull a performance out like that in a million years.
Yeah, I mean, Sarah is a one-note actor.
Right.
It's just I'm the quiet,
that character.
talky, angsty teen guy or whatever. Right. Even tougher because he had to do someone who's still alive.
Yeah.
And that's the big thing. It's very easy to criticize this. Oh, it's just a Facebook movie. It's a movie about a website. Movies are about people.
It's a commentary on the times. It's commentary on the role technology plays in our lives and what social structure has become and what it's like. It's also a great investigation of this weird guy and the irony of the man that created the biggest, largest, most important social network being completely asocial.
Socially inept,
Being completely socially inept. And it's just... the fact that he has one friend, and he betrays him, and the friend sues him, and then he loses it.
Yeah, amazingly, you literally couldn't write that. You know?
Yeah.
And it's very much, we were just talking about Wall Street, too. It's very much the approach Wall Street 2 should have took to, it wanted to define the times, or explore its subject. This was not heavy-handed at all. It was just, here's kind of what was going on.
And there was so much subtlety and nuance, and little things in the dialogue, and quick little asides that just all add up.
Yeah.
Like, there's a scene, it's after the deposition, and the hot lawyer's trying to engage him. It's just the two of them alone, and he's just sitting on his computer, and he won't even look up at her.
That's why I think he has some kind of like a very light autism or something. I mean, people have commented about it. I don't know if it's true, but he's very much like that, where it's just like, I'm thinking about my equations and you only matter to me if it relates to what I want in this bigger, my picture or whatever.
Right.
It's very...
Another director might have just zoomed in on this and close up. I don't know if you noticed, but pretty much every shot of the Facebook page has his picture in the upper left-hand corner, which I didn't realize. Apparently in the early days of Facebook, Zuckerberg's photo was on every effing screenshot.
And they commented at the bottom, it's like a Zuckerberg production.
Yeah, exactly. Right, on every page, and it's like, that's his narcissism at play. You have to kind of notice that. It's not shoved in your face at all.
Right. Because there's a line in the preview or in the movie, I don't want to go back to that. I don't want to be a joke. I got to stand out. Where he kind of feels like this sense of disappearance in the masses. He believes he's smart. He got a perfect score on his SATs. But
then he says, how do you distinguish yourself when everyone got a perfect score on their SATs? And that opening scene sets the stage for what the point of the movie is. He needs to get into Phoenix. He needs to get into those clubs because they're exclusive, they're fun, and they lead to a better life. And it's that need to rise above, to be recognized. And it goes beyond a need just to be accepted, which is not about. It's a need to be superior to. He could have been accepted by the Phoenix Club, it seems like. but they wanted actually him to work for them. They didn't really want to
Right.
accept him necessarily. And so he decides he's going to beat them at their own game, and he just trounces them.
I'm wondering also, because it's based on actual events, Aaron Sorkin based it on the book, right, Accidental Billionaires, but also got a hold of the depositions and the records and was like reading through them. I don't know how he didn't have that much, I think, dramatic leverage to make stuff up, to
Right.
make it more dramatic. Is that hindering at all, maybe even more exploration of the character or more of that?
No, I think it was perfect the way it was. I think we didn't need to hammer it home. It was revealed in the little things.
Yeah.
And the twins are like, we invited you in. And he's like, yeah, you invited me into your bike room.
Yeah.
You know, or the way his little jabs at Eduardo with like his jealousy comes out about, well, you're right, they probably did invite you just to fill a quota. Or like, I wouldn't worry, you're probably gonna get turned down, but so it's a great thing you got this far.
Yeah, you made it to day 2. You know, don't feel bad if you don't make it to the next round.
Don't feel bad if you don't make it to the next round. And it shows what a petty person he is. You know, they keep saying he's not interested in the money. He doesn't care about the money, which there's support for when you learn that apparently he created the technology behind Pandora.
Right.
Where they talk
and he
like,
just gave it away.
and he just gave it away for free. So why does he betray his only friend in the world? Why does he sell him out? Eduardo says, this is still all about because I got accepted into Phoenix and you didn't.
It's interesting.
Yeah, and also because Eduardo kind of betrayed him when he froze the assets, even though Zuckerberg kind of pushed him towards that. He was pushing him out already.
Well, and Zuckerberg doesn't seem capable of making the emotional connection of why his friend would do that. And he takes it probably stronger than he should, because there's that great scene where he sees the girl later with her friends. He doesn't understand why she's still upset. You know, what I did see on the net is like,
it doesn't connect.
For him,
it doesn't
you know?
connect. And the thing is, like, that's the great thing with the character. He understands the rules of social interaction to a certain extent. He gets the framework. He gets like the relationship status and what people are looking
the Facebook
for.
Layout.
The Facebook
that's like
layout.
his idea of friendship.
Right.
You know?
That is it.
Yeah.
But he doesn't get the actual interaction among human beings.
Right.
Like the whole time, the Eduardo is trying to be a friend to him.
Yeah.
He really,
a really
is.
Great friend.
And Zuckerberg doesn't reciprocate really.
Yeah.
He's always kind of off in his own world.
Yeah. And it's just very functional. Where like when he asks for the equation.
Right.
When he comes in, he's like, "Oh man, how you doing? I heard you broke up," and he's really caring. And I need the equation. I need the equation.
Right.
He doesn't want to
He
talk about
the
like
breakup.
emotional stuff. Yeah. It's just all. I just need what I need right now. This is being compared to Citizen Kane. Is it really that great, or is it because this year has been such a disappointment in terms of quality movies?
I think that's what it is. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's a great movie.
Yeah.
Is it historically important as cinema?
Right.
I don't think so. I think it's a really good movie. It's well written, well directed, well acted. It's just a wonderful film.
Yeah.
Other than that, it's not important in that sense, though.
Is this going to be in your DVD collection, and will you pop it in to watch it? Just to relive some of these scenes.
Right. And I wanted to watch this again just to explore the character, because it was so well done. So that's a scene of a great movie. It's a great movie, but I don't think it's that Citizen Kane.
I mean, it's well crafted. Road to Perdition is well crafted.
Right.
His last film, what was the Forrest Gump reverse movie?
Right. Curious Case of Benjamin Button.
Is a well crafted movie.
Right.
I mean, the craftsmanship, they're really good movies, but there's like that X factor that takes it and propels it into something that is more meaningful for us and all that. Citizen Kane is a technical marvel because it synthesizes everything of like, here's what we know, and then also one-ups it, like, here's what we should be doing as well. But I think the comparisons are more for the Citizen Kane character, where it's basically a very similar guy, where he's kind of like this powerful guy, or he's really smart, he's able to make money, he's able to kind of control people, but they're all just pawns on his chessboard. And in the end, he kind of doesn't really have any friends, and he just
last scene,
self-destruction.
Last scene is beautiful.
That's one of the best scenes ever.
I've ever
seen.
And set that up, the second to last scene, where he's having the conversation with the lawyer, and she says, "You're not an asshole. You're just trying too hard to be one." I had one problem with that. He never gave any evidence that he's not an asshole.
Yeah.
He's an asshole the entire movie. Yeah. And I mean, I take that to be, and what I got from his character was, he's always declares himself as the smartest guy in the room.
Yeah.
You know, he's so contemptuous in every scene he's in.
Correcting people's grammar and all that
Or
stuff.
the great scene where he's in the deposition with the twins.
Yeah.
Besides laying the smackdown with if you were the creators of Facebook, you would have created Facebook.
Yeah.
Which is a great line. But when the lawyer asks him if he has his full attention, and he tells him, "You have my bare minimum of attention. My attention is back at my offices, where myself and my coworkers are doing things that no one in this room, including and especially your clients, are intellectually or creatively capable of doing."
By the way, nice job for just saying that right there.
That was just, and the scene where he's being pulled before Harvard. and he says, "I think I deserve a little recognition."
Yeah.
Just the hubris of him, the attitude, you know.
Absolutely, absolutely. And I mean, this film, you could really summarize this film with the first and last scene. Those two scenes are also a commentary in itself in the last 5 years of social interaction, where it starts with a live one-on-one
in a bar
with the girl.
Right, in a bar.
And it ends with him in the screen with the girl.
Right, and just sitting there alone, clicking refresh.
Yeah.
Over and over and over.
If she would just accept the request, that'll mean that he has a friend. That's like all he needs to feel good as a human being. As a human being.
Right. While the Beatles play "Baby, I'm a Rich Man" with that great line, how does it feel to be one of the beautiful people?
Yeah.
You know, he's made it. He is at the top. He is the most successful person in the world, quite arguably the youngest billionaire, you know, but he's all alone.
He doesn't have anything that he really wants.
Yeah.
The friend is gone, the girl is gone,
right.
And it's like, well, what is the definition of friendship? The facts, were presented quickly and dramatically, and it didn't overdo like the Rashomani back and forth. I felt I understood the story of Facebook afterwards.
Yeah, that was a really good framework to build the story, and definitely was the deposition and the back and forth. Justin Timberlake, awesome. Possibly nominatable for Best Supporting Actor. He was great. He was so much fun as the kind of hacker as rock star.
It's like a new age Gecko in a way.
Yeah, and the great scene with Zuckerberg when he takes him out to dinner, and he's just spinning, he's just talking, and obviously his friend Eduardo is just totally just unimpressed with this guy and a little disgusted by him.
Yeah.
And you can see Zuckerberg is hooked. He's got him because this is who he admires. And he doesn't admire the twins.
Right.
This is the success he admires, the hacker as rock star.
Well, and also it can
cool
get
nerd.
This is the guy who can finally get him the social status, because he's really seeking social status,
right,
and recognition from everyone, and to be the cool guy in the room. And this guy is like the cool guy in the room. And
also, just a little side thing worth noting, I like that he's always wearing sweats. They're at this super fancy high-end restaurant. Everyone's wearing a suit. He's in his hoodie and sweatshirt.
He's got the sandals on.
He's got the sandals on.
They actually start one scene where they show
the sandals, yeah.
Timberlake, supposedly he's going to be acting more. He wants to do less music and more acting, but he does a really good job as that character.
He does a great job, yeah. He was really entertaining. I think he does it perfectly well. I like the little last shot of him where it's revealed he's got the inhaler and the EpiPen, where he's still a nerd at heart, folks. He's still kind of a nerd at heart.
Did Zuckerberg call the police on the party? Because remember that the Sean Parker, the character, when he treats Eduardo badly, that was one of the few moments where Zuckerberg comes across as caring guy. You shouldn't have been so hard on him.
Right.
And it's almost, because then I'm going to go to this party later, it's going to be a blast. Did he get mad that he treated his friend badly and, okay, now I'm going to screw you?
Or did he want to get him out of the company, too?
Yeah.
That's the thing, is that with that character, it's like the lawyer was saying at the end, you can believe that he called the cops on that party, and you can believe that he planned the story in the newspaper about Eduardo and the chicken.
Yeah.
You can believe those things, that he would do that. And I like that they never really explain it or support it one way or the other. They leave it up to your imagination.
Yeah. So, and this is a good movie. It allows you to think about it and to put your own interpretations on what's going on. It's not, it's the opposite of Wall Street 2, where this is what is going on.
Right, yeah.
Here's the facts.
Take from it what you will.
Yeah, and we'll give you these tastes of the character, and you can kind of, take from it what you will.
Yeah.